freaked out about this.
We don't want to freak anyone out.
No, we don't want to freak people out with this story.
You're the only reason we are freaking out!
The voice of reason from comedian Jon Stewart. He looks like he's had enough of the global panic pandemic, and he's not alone. But is the media frenzy really helping people deal with the outbreak?
The last 100 days!
Millions of people die every year from various flu viruses. So why does this one appear to be apocalyptic?
This is a very unusual form of flu because it looks like it is a product of some gene splicing. The flu contains elements of bird flu, 2 forms of human flu, and various forms of swine flu. To them, it doesn't look like this is naturally occurring.
Some have even suggested it could be a biological weapon, or maybe a government conspiracy against pigs or airplanes.
It's not that it's going to Mexico. It's you're in a confined aircraft. When one person sneezes, it goes all the way through the aircraft. That's me.
But the healthcare sector is already cashing in on the fear.
If
we remember the 2 epidemics, mad cow disease and bird flu, those were the battles between the chicken and beef industries. At first chicken was in great demand, and then the beef lobby took revenge with the bird flu hype.
But how do we know when to worry and when to sit back? The world's worst pandemic, the Spanish flu, went largely unnoticed. 15 million people died in 1918. But in 1976, the first swine flu alert turned into frenzy, forcing President Ford to make vaccinations mandatory. 1 person died from the flu, dozens died or were left crippled because of the vaccine.
Get a shot of protection.
Should we be more worried about this outbreak?
Никому.
I already said that it's like a tsunami or a volcano eruption. Delaying it for a few hours or maybe a day is possible, but it's not preventable.
Russia has no cases of swine flu reported so far, so the authorities are not making a big deal out of this foreign outbreak. I've met one Russian tourist still jet-lagged from his trip to Mexico this week. He said no checks were made in transit or upon arrival. He was surprised I didn't wear a mask.
You're probably thinking Mexico is covered with dead bodies and sneezing people. It's not true. Those who died in Mexico are among the poorest of the poor, who did not pay attention to their symptoms. I think the media just need another headline story.
It's my spring allergies, it's not flu, I promise. The psychosis has already affected the travel market. The palmy beaches of Cancun are likely to stay empty for now. And until we know more about this virus, people worldwide will be beating it virtually or taking another trip to the doctor for that extra double check. The WHO says we should all prepare for the worst. Well, I don't know about you, but when I'm told not to worry, that's exactly what I do. And when I worry, I don't take enough precautions. Well, we don't want to freak you out, but stay at home if you're sick and wash your hands often. Anastasia Khaidulina, RT, Moscow.